Okay, this is a very quick video and it's not intended for VPN experts or security experts. It's just for ordinary people who probably realized if you want to watch British content online, you need a UK IP address. And that's the point I'm going to take it from. I'm going to show you what technology is needed, how it works, and very quickly give you a demonstration of it. And that's pretty much it. Okay, before I show you how VPN works, I just want to make a clarification that sometimes confuses people. You basically have two types of IP address. You have a private IP address that sits on your own computer, phone, or whatever. You have a public IP address, which is the one that's used to connect to different websites on the internet. It's basically the one you use on the internet. Now, nobody can see a private IP address except you. And if you want to see it quickly, just go into Windows or whatever your operating system. On Windows, you just type in, you're looking for a command prompt. Just go to the command prompt, click on that, and you'll get this intimidating looking black screen. And if you type in ipconfig/all, you'll get all the networking details on your computer. And I'll stop. Don't worry about this. You don't need to know this. But here, I can just show you my private IP address, which is listed here. So you can see I've basically got a wireless connection from my laptop, which is sitting on now, to my wireless router, or router if you're in the US. And here is my IP address. And now this is my private IP address. Nobody else can see it. It might very well, you might have the same one. That's private IP addresses aren't restricted to individuals. They're not unique because they don't go online. So you quite often find this is 192.168.0.1 or .100, something like that. Here's my IP address, and that's private. There's no risk to it because nobody can access this. Okay, so the other and arguably more important IP address is the public one. And this is when you hear people saying about change your IP address, it's the public one they're talking about. Now, this is normally assigned by your ISP. So whether you pay to access internet, they give you an IP address, and this is the one that affects what you can do online. And now, as you can see, you can go to any free IP address lookup tool, just type in what's my IP or what's my IP address or something like that. This is the NordVPN one I use. And you can, well, you can't, but it's blurred out. It'll pick up my public IP address here, and it will pick up the country and the city that I'm in. Now, you can get more detail than that, but that's basically the important part. My public IP address is, at the moment, is French. Okay, so that means I will get French content. I will be able to access lots of French websites, but I can't access things like the BBC or my UK bank or something because they're blocked from non-UK IP addresses. Okay, so here's where the VPN comes in. Now we're talking, remember, about your public IP address one. Forget about the private one. It's not important. Your computer normally has a public IP address when it goes on the internet, and the internet every website you visit can see your location, can see that IP address, where it's from, where it's registered, where you're located, that sort of thing. Now, if you connect to a VPN, you're employing a middleman, if you like. So you go to the VPN server, and then the VPN server, which encrypts your connection as well and encrypts all your data, which is very important. But we're actually talking about changing your IP address here. So it's hiding your location, it's hiding your data because everything on the internet only sees the VPN server. They don't know where you are, they don't know what you're doing, they don't know what browser you're on. They basically are seeing the VPN server. So you're changing your virtual location you like. So let me show you this. So just remember, your device connects to a VPN and a VPN goes out onto the internet for you. Okay, so let's have a look at how easy it is to use a VPN. Okay, so here's the VPN I use. Now, I should remind you, there are thousands of VPNs. I'm using NordVPN because it doesn't cost too much. And crucially, it's great for accessing British content, which is important to me because I like to watch the BBC and ITV and stuff when I'm traveling. Okay, so let me just show you. A lot of the main ones will work in very similar ways. So here's the software. It just sits in my taskbar normally. So I may have it on all the time or just occasionally when I want to change my location. So let's just see how it works. So basically, this is the new interface. So excuse me if I'm a bit slow with it. If you want to connect, you have to pick the location of your server. So you can pick, here's some of the ones I use quite often. But if you click on all locations, you can see there's a whole list of VPN. This is the basic subscription. There's nothing fancy here. So I can pick a location to connect to. So let's say, I don't know, let's pick Austria, Vienna, one of my favorite cities. So I connect to Vienna. And now my IP address, my public IP address, will appear to be in Vienna. Okay, so all my data is secured, but my IP address is hidden. And any website I visit will see that I'm in Vienna. Of course, I'm not, unfortunately. But let's just show you that quickly. Okay, let's just go and check one of these websites again. Start a browser. We'll go to a different one this time. What's my IP.net? There's hundreds of these. Just pick your other one. And it looks up my location. And here you can see it's decided I'm in Vienna, the state of Vienna. And it's basically decided I've got an Australian IP address, which is true because it can just see the IP address of the NordVPN server. So if I'd picked Hong Kong, it would have had a Hong Kong one or a Chinese or a Japanese, Australian, whatever. Now, remember, when you connect to the VPN server, if you connect to somewhere far, far away, you're adding a little bit of latency, a bit of a lag to your connection. So unless you've got a specific reason, it's probably best to pick an IP address near to your location. If you just want the security benefits, pick your own country. So if you're in France and you just want to secure your internet connection, you don't want to hide your country, just pick a French VPN server. Let's say there's hundreds of them for different locations. So now I'm in Austria, okay? And that's how easy it is. So you basically choose the location you need. So why, for instance, why you might need an UK IP address, you'd pick a UK server from the VPN connection. So every website, every application, everybody would think you were in the UK. So, but this could apply for any country, you know? So the main reasons people use VPNs are for things like geo-restricted content. So you can stream things like BBC iPlayer, which is free, by the way, outside the UK. Anybody can watch it if you just connect to a UK VPN. Things like ITVX, Channel 4, they're UK TV channels, but they're only available if you have a UK IP address. So when I'm on holiday, when I'm in the UK, I use it fine. But when I'm on holiday or traveling for business or anything, I just connect to a UK VPN server. Some things like online banking and services are restricted. You might find if you're in another country, the same applies to your domestic. They only allow the domestic IP addresses. So only UK IP addresses to access a bank. People say a lot about better online deals, that you can change your location to get a better price on hotels and airport fares and stuff like that. I've not really found that to be true. It's something of an urban legend. Try it all means, but I mean, I've tried changing to things like American to book American flights, and I'm getting the same prices. But a lot of people say this does work, but I don't know. But I wouldn't bank on this one. Privacy and security, obviously. Hiding your location gives you an element of privacy and control. And of course, a VPN encrypts your internet connection as well. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you want a recommendation, there are loads of VPN services available, but I use NordVPN. It's kind of one of the biggest. It's very reasonable. It costs a few bucks a month, really. And I use it every day, I must admit. There are lots of others, but if you want a great discount, we've got a 75% discount link below, and you get 3 free months at the moment. Now, this could change. They change their offers all the time. This one will take you, the link will take you to the best offer, but a caveat, it might be different when you look at it if you watch this in 6 months or 6 years later. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you've enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.